Hi, everyone. So you've developed your why, you have written down some effective goals, and now it's time to think about when are you actually going to work on doTERRA? What does your schedule look like? Okay. And I'm going to tell you the biggest secret of all. The biggest secret is success is scheduled. So if you're already having a hard time with, oh, someone else is the boss of me. No, you are the boss of you, and it's actually going to open up your time a lot more if you just schedule exactly when you're going to work on doTERRA. So I'd imagine most of you are here. Well, none of you are here because you have nothing better to do with your time, right? I'm just going to assume that. I think most of you are here because you're interested in how to fit this doTERRA business into your already busy life. You've already got time commitments, family stuff, responsibilities, kids, full-time jobs, part-time jobs, whatever that looks like. And you're thinking, how am I going to put this in there? Am I crazy? Well, all right, first of all, you're not crazy. Second, you're not alone, because there are plenty of us and many people who have had success with doTERRA that have been able to have a successful doTERRA business and fit it into a ridiculously crazy life. My life before doTERRA, and when doTERRA came into my life for the first few years, I was working 50 or 60 hours a week, had 2 kids, I was commuting to and fro, dinner stuff, it was crazy, but I did it. And the only thing that saved me is the 2 concepts I'm about to tell you right now. So one of them is you have to schedule your success, and how you do that is with a planner or a calendar. I happen to have the dough planner. That is not a requirement by any means, but you need some kind of a visual aid so you can see what's on your calendar that's non-negotiable. You ever heard the old adage of put in the jar, put in the big rocks first, then the pebbles, then the sand, so it all fits? Well, your big rocks are non-negotiables. Put those in first. Write that down on your calendar. This is not a mental exercise, you guys. This is one that you physically have to do. What did I say earlier about puffy clouds? So you got to write this down. You got to do the hard work. Don't let it be so easy that you don't do it. So you write down the non-negotiables, and then you look at your calendar, and after you look at everything else, full-time job, 40 hours, commuting, making dinner, whatever, look at your schedule and give an honest answer of how many hours can you do doTERRA in a week, and make it a weekly amount. And some weeks might be better than others, but for the most part, between how many hours? 5 and 10, 10 and 20, 1 and 2. What does that look like? Okay. But I would also say that whatever your number is, I'd add a couple hours onto it, because we all try to play it safe. Like, I've only got an hour. I promise if you handed me your schedule and said, this is what all my commitments look like, I could probably find some time in there. I could probably squeeze something in there somewhere. So, and not to be a crazy person, but I think realistically, I just want you to set a number on what your hours are going to look like per week. And then you go through your calendar and when will you do that? And so the second concept, first is getting a calendar. The second concept is the concept of time blocking. So that is how I get the things done that I need to get done. And that means that you might do all your classes on one day, one same day a week. Maybe Thursday night is your class night. Maybe Saturday morning is your one-on-ones between 8 and 10 at the coffee shop. And that's when you do that. And Monday night is your night to get on a team call or something, or your education. So whatever that looks like, you block it. And then if you're doing social media posts or anything like that, instead of making the post, writing it, sending it, maybe there's a time where you set aside an hour and you create all your pictures and your posts, and then you just post them throughout the week. So that concept is going to really save you. And as we get further into our rainmaking activities and the things that we're going to learn in the next 2 modules, you really want to set your schedule and make sure you're blocking time, because there are going to be times when you're calling people to invite them to class and it won't make sense. Oh, I've got 5 minutes. Let me call one person. Oh, I have another time tonight at 8. Let me call. If you do that, you're going to get frustrated. And sometimes it's unavoidable. You have to. But if you can time block, set your schedule, have your calendar, that is going to open up so much time for you. And before you think that someone else is your boss, guess who your boss is? It's right here. Your calendar's your boss. And you know how I can tell when people are successful in doTERRA? If I'm mentoring with someone and I say, and they're telling me, oh, I'm stuck, or this is where I'm not getting people to call me back, or I'm not meeting new people. I need to find new builders. My first question is, what does your calendar look like? Let me see it. And if I look at their calendar and they haven't even put aside the doTERRA hours, and they usually will say, but there's nobody to invite. Your first thing to do, you guys, is to put it down on paper, because the people will come once you set the intention and the commitment that you're going to do it. Okay? And guess what? If you have a class and it's on your calendar and no one shows up, that is doTERRA time. That is time that you get to work on doTERRA that you already carved out. So it's not, okay, well, that's a surprise. All right. It's just like Christmas after Thanksgiving. No one sits around the Thanksgiving table and goes, oh my gosh, you guys, it's Christmas in a month. Where did that come from? No, we know it comes every year. So just like that, set your schedule, put your hours down, write it on your calendar, block your time of when you're going to do stuff. And a lot of that's going to make sense as we move forward. But this is critical to your success. All right. Go do that.